John the True. There was once a king who had long been unmarried. Now one day, going through his palace, he came to a room that he had never opened before. So he sent for the key and entered it, and opposite the door was a picture of the most beautiful princess with skin white as snow and cheeks red as blood and hair black as ebony. No sooner had he seen this picture than he fell in love with it and asked who she was. His chamberlain said, "That is the princess of the Golden Horn, with which your majesty's kingdom has been at war these last 20 years. Only 3 years ago, when your majesty's father was alive, there was some talk of peace and of betrothing you to her, and that was when her portrait was sent here. But now the two kingdoms are at war and it does not seem that peace will ever come." But though there was no hope of marrying her, the king could not help but think of the princess of the Golden Horn, and thought till he became quite pale and sick with love for her. Now he had a faithful servant, the son of his own nurse, and thus his foster brother, and he was so devoted to the king that everybody called him John the True. When John the True saw his foster brother pining away, he went to him and said, "What ails thee, O sire?" For he alone had the right of calling the king thou. Then said the king to John the True, "Come and I will show thee, John." And he took him to the closed chamber and showed him the portrait and told him how he felt towards the princess of the Golden Horn. "Be of good cheer," said John the True, "I will go and fetch her for thee." "How can that be?" said the king, "we are at war with the Golden Horn, and they would never give her to be my bride." "Leave that to me," said John the True, "give me only a ship full of merchandise and put in it a complete set of furniture made all of gold, and see if I do not bring the princess back to thee." So the king did all that John the True demanded, and he sailed away with the ship and its merchandise to the country of the Golden Horn. And when he came there to the chief port, he did not declare from what country he was, but sent up, as tribute to the king of the Golden Horn, a beautiful chair all made of gold. Now when the king saw this, he became curious about this merchant and his wares, and came down with his queen and the princess to view the rarities. And when he saw this set of furniture all made of gold, he asked John the True what its price was. But John said it was not for sale, but that he kept it to make gifts of tribute to the kings whose realm he was visiting. But the princess had set her heart upon one dressing table all of gold, with crystal mirrors and lovely fittings, and asked John if he could not sell it to her. But John said, "No, that is kept for a special purpose, which I am not allowed to tell." This aroused the curiosity of the princess, and later on towards the evening she came down with only one maid to see if she could not persuade John to let her have the dressing table. When she came on board, John went to the captain and told him to set sail as soon as the princess went down into the cabin. And when she came there, he began telling her a long story, how that his master the king had sent him to visit all the kingdoms of the earth, and that this dressing table was intended for the most beautiful princess whom he should come across in his travels. And then the princess wanted to know whether he would have to finish his travels before giving the table, and what the king expected from the princess. John told her that everything was love to him, and that, when he found the princess with skin as white as snow, and cheeks as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony, he was to present the table to her. Then the princess looked in the mirror and said,